How's it going, everybody? Just a quick little update video on the FreeNAS server. Um, as I pointed out in my previous video, where I initially kind of showed off the machine, it had the gigantic cooler on it that was overkill. So I was going to be making a few changes, and some of those changes have been done. We've got a new CPU in there. It is a E3 Xeon. It is, I can never remember the model number. The 1241 V3. So it's not the fastest, but like a notch or two down. Main reason I got that over the Pentium that was already in there was I wanted a little bit better performance with Plex for transcoding. Other than that, I mean, it's overkill for everything else that the box does, but it's kind of nice for Plex. It'll do about 20 or so videos, transcode them in an hour, maybe hour and a half. And then send them off to like my tablet or to another computer or whatever when we're getting ready to take trips. And live on the fly, when it's transcoding, it's not maxing out the CPU anymore. You just use about 10-20% of the CPU at max, transcoding to devices live throughout the house. Then we also got a more appropriate cooler. That is one of the L9 coolers from Noctua. It's the thicker, so I can get a better look at it. The thicker 65 millimeter thick fan, and fan and heat seeking combo, versus the much thinner one that's up in the PSSense router. So with that cooler on there, while it's transcoding video, depending on the room temperature, it stays usually somewhere in about the mid 60s, 65, 67 degrees, under 100% load while doing the big transcoding sessions. The rest of the time it sits down pretty close to ambient type temperatures. It's like 27, 28 degrees. So it's a pretty good little cooler. It does its job very well. Other than that, nothing else has changed in the machine. I just wanted to kind of show that, see the progress we've got. Still a little bit undecided. I'm running out of storage space as I've been copying more and more of my DVD collection and Blu-rays and whatnot over to the server. The 5 terabytes of usable space is quickly being consumed. So I'm a little undecided on what exactly I want to do. My options are basically either take the 3 drives that are in there and just add 3 more and expand the volume. So you basically have 2 ZFS arrays running, but the data is spread across the 2 of them, but you don't have inter redundancy between them. You would have basically 3 drives with 1 redundant drive in there, and then another set of 3 drives in between them, 1 redundant drive. The other option is copy everything off onto another drive or set of drives, and then add 3 more drives in, and then rebuild it in maybe a ZFS 2, so I've got some better redundancy in it, and expand it that way. Then I have just 1 large volume. I'd lose a little bit of maximum space with that particular 6 drive configuration if I added another drive to the ZFS parity. So that's one option. Another option, same basic idea: copy everything off to the drive another drive or set of drives, and turn around and get rid of these drives entirely and put in 5 or 6 larger drives, and go from there. Basically, get something that's complete and utter overkill for what I think I'm going to need going forward. That way, I've got that extra headroom. As more and more stuff, becomes available to me, more Blu-rays, more DVDs, whatever the case may be. Probably mostly Blu-rays, obviously. So that's kind of the quandary I'm in. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. None of the options are really all that cheap, other than buying just 3 more drives. It's about 300-ish bucks for 3 more drives. Everything else we're looking at, close to $1,000 for another upgrade. So it's kind of like, do we really want to do that? So decisions. But that's it. If anybody's got any questions or anything, feel free to leave them down below. That's pretty much it for now. I'll have another couple of videos I've got planned coming, so stay tuned. Adios.